Yes, we continue with our post-mortem of the State of the Nation address. We're dissecting the nitty-gritties of what the President had to say. President Jacob Zuma, the head of state, the head of government, on stage with Peter Ndoro. I'm on floor at the moment, Valen, harassing a number of the stakeholders, just discussing some of the issues on the periphery. Now, a gentleman who must have quite a low blood pressure this morning because yesterday's proceedings happened relatively uneventful as compared to 2015. It is the Minister of State Security, Mr. David Mahlobo. I think this time around, all the journalists were complaining, or at least commenting on the excellent signal that they had inside there. And we didn't see any waiters, no gentlemen in white shirts there this time around. Are you pleased with how the proceedings went yesterday?
Well, firstly, a very good morning to our President and all the viewers at home. We want to commend the security agencies for the country. Once again, we demonstrated that the security agencies can host any important event. Yesterday was South Africa's Day, when our President gave us the marching orders. The event went very well. There was no necessity to apply excessive force. The law enforcement agencies, they were able to do their job, including those that had the right to march. They marched very peacefully, they cooperated. Therefore, what President is saying that there has to be cooperation and engagement between ourselves, so that the rights that we have and we enjoy under the Constitution should not be the rights that affect other people's rights. We are very, very happy that yesterday it went well, but our congratulations goes to those men and women who are keeping our country safe.
A number of issues that the President had raised yesterday had a lot to do about the economy, and we know that there's a lot of infrastructure surrounding that makes sure that we do start to earn the money that we make in South Africa and that the investment comes. And one of those infrastructures is information communication technology, ICT, quite crucial. Last year, you focused quite a lot on cyber security. Talk to us a little bit about this year and where we are when it comes to the cyber security bill.
Well, we know that as a security cluster working with the ICTS, we went to Cabinet last year because the cyberspace is very important in shocking our economy, because if you don't secure the cyberspace that allows us to communicate, exchange information, do business, all those important hardware that we do have at our disposal, if they are not secured, we will have a particular problem. Therefore, Cabinet has supported us through the leadership of the President. We have gone there with other ministers, the ministers of telecommunication, justice, and others. We presented a document. The document has then gone to public participation, and we are expecting that these comments that we have received will be in a position, working through the parliamentary processes, to conclude securing our cyberspace as South Africans.
Without stealing any more of your time, I know that State of the Nation address maps out the way and paves the way for the year ahead. Something else that I stumbled upon that's got to do with your department, the Office of the Inspector General of Intelligence, quite a crucial watchdog body. A role that it plays is to ensure that the rule of law is upheld and that the rights of South Africans are protected against the abuse of power by intelligence services. The position has been vacant for close to a year. You'll correct me if I'm mistaken, with no sign of compromise there. It will be interesting to see how the parties will resolve that impasse. I know it's not your jurisdiction, but any indication as to when this will be resolved?
Well, the President, when he made the Joint Standing Committee on Intelligence, we want parties that are in Parliament stopped to politicize the matter and put the interests of South Africans first. We are hoping that early this year, because now Parliament has been open after President gave the State of the Nation address yesterday, they will put their heads together and finalize this important instrument of an oversight mechanism that our Constitution provides, and we will be able to conclude the matter, but it's in the hands of Parliament.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for that. And without further ado, Peter, it's back to you.